Hello, welcome to Kate's Egg. Today we are seeding, so that's super exciting, and I'm going to take you along with me. The skies are beautiful today. Hi, Darcy.
How you doing?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Oh, not too bad.
The sky's really pretty today.
Yeah, it is.
Darcy said he can do 40 acres an hour. So this tube you can move to all the different tanks to fill them up. So lentils, fertilizer, and inoculant?
Yeah.
How often do you have to fill it up? Every 3 or 4 hours, okay. So these are green lentils. Darcy and I are just getting out into the field now after filling the tanks with more lentils. Now, does this tractor have auto shift?
Yeah.
And then Uncle Chris is in the roller. What's your favorite part about seeding with this tractor and drill?
Oh, I just like everything. I'm used to this. And I've run the other one too for a few years, but no, I like this one better. I'm used to it. Know how to set it up and stuff.
That's awesome. How long is the drill?
This here is 62 feet.
62 feet, wow. So 2.2 pounds of inoculant
Yeah.
and 65 pounds of lentils and 19 pounds of fertilizer per acre.
Yeah.
How often would you say you get a plugged hose?
Not too often.
That's
If
good.
If you turn sharp, you might get a plug, but just going straight, they never plug.
Very interesting.
But sometimes you gotta go around the corner and stuff, or go around a rock pile or a power pole.
And that's when you have trouble.
Yeah. I usually, after I go around something like that, I stop and check.
Oh, that's a really good idea. What would you say the ground is like today?
It's pretty good. It's got moisture in it. It's, we're picking up a little mud on the packer wheels, but nothing that's bad, you know. If it was real bad, it would pull the seeds out of the ground. But this year, just about right.
That's great. What is the optimal condition of the ground for seeding?
A little moisture, I guess.
Hopefully we get rain.
Yeah.
Montana doesn't get a lot of moisture in general. So now you're making a corner. What would you say is the main thing you have to look out for and pay attention to while you're seeding?
Oh, looking for rocks or power poles.
Yes, that's very bad. And what's the biggest part you have to pay attention to when turning corners?
Suppose if you're at the end of the field, a fence or something.
What kind of data does the monitor show?
Well, right now, it's not, everything's not working. It's showing what I'm seeding and stuff. There's my fan speed. And that there, you know, that's the clutch is engaged for the seed. Yeah, let's see what else good. My camera. This here is, if these turn clear, I think it is, yeah. That means you got a plug hose on the drill.
Okay.
But that's only one on each station. There's a big one. If it was mapping was working, it'd be leaving a dark line behind there.
Yes, showing where you seeded.
Yeah.
Does it make it more challenging not having that right now?
Well, right now it doesn't. But if we were in a field where you had a bunch of
Turns.
and stuff, yeah, it would. But these are all flats, so you can see what I've seeded when I haven't.
That's really good
You
then.
just have to steer it by yourself.
Grandpa said yesterday they'd have tractors smaller than the wheels of today's tractors.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's a couple old ones that's sitting in that shed over there are a lot smaller.
It's kind of crazy seeing how technology has come because we have the old equipment still and now we get to see the new stuff. What is your favorite part of farming or time of year? Do you like harvest the best or seeding?
Seeding.
Seeding,
I
okay.
don't really care for harvest.
Is
I mean, it's all right, but I just...
longer hours?
Well, it's not necessarily the hours. It's just everything you got to do. And then you get some idiots out here.
And you have problems and it just stresses everyone out.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot bigger of a crew at harvest time and you have to make sure, because if one person doesn't do their job correctly, it can hold up the rest of the operation.
Yeah.
I understand it can be frustrating at times. And the beeping you hear is when the GPS is engaging, right?
Yeah. It kind of beeps. Like when I get to the end of the field, it beeps to let me know I'm going to have to turn, and then a couple beeps that means you shouldn't be doing it. Then say when you put it in, it tells you that it's going in. There's different tones. I don't really know how to explain them, but I don't, you know, when it starts giving it to me, what it means.
Yes. And like right now, you're preparing so that the drill doesn't hit the power line. And you've known me since I was a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, you were just a little one and about 2 or 3 years old when it first seen you, I think.
Yes. So that's very fun.
Yeah. Yeah, your dad used to bring you out here at the end.
Yes.
Played with the cat all the time.
Yes, I did. That was very fun.
Yeah, that was a good cat. I like that.
Yeah. Wasn't it Nash?
Yeah, Mr. Nash. He used to watch my lunch pail all day because he thought he'd get a treat out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you give him a treat?
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
I used to bring out cat treats too for him. Then he'd get in my car and smell around once in a while. He'd come down, running down from up above to greet me when I pulled in the yard.
That's awesome. He was just very friendly and a great cat.
He was a good cat.
The ground that looks a little bit more torn up is the ground that's been seeded. It must be very nice and helpful to have the auto steer.
Oh yeah, I like it.
The other tractor's drills or implement is a bit smaller.
Yeah, that's 58 feet. It's almost as big.
And it's a toe between rather than a toe behind.
Yeah.
What determines the direction you seed in?
Mostly, the longest way is the way you want to seed. This field's kind of square, but That makes it easier on your dad when he's spraying.
Oh yeah, gosh. I didn't even think about that because...
So you don't have to turn it off.
Yes, the seeds get planted in rows, so you can't cross the rows because you don't want to hit all the plants.
Yeah. Turn around, I don't see.
Yes, I noticed that, and then I thought, wow, I think you're going to do the end last.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. Sometimes I do it first.
The one good thing about having the green covering where you've seeded on the monitor is you can tell if you've skipped a little bit here and there.
Yeah, you can. That helps a lot.
Yes, and is there ways you can tell if you do that other than looking at the ground?
Not really, unless you got to look at the ground now.
Yes, especially coming back with the drills and everything, you have to get all of the problems worked out in the beginning.
You know, they can be working when you put them away, but
then they're not all of a sudden when you start them up again.
Yeah. This in here, we put all new hoses on it this year.
New hoses, wow. Does the drill automatically go to the correct height or depth in which to plant to?
Yeah, it does. You set that up in the back, and then we go to that depth all the time. If you get it in different soils or something, you might have to change the depth.
This pass must be the hardest one without all the power poles.
Yeah.
What would you say the best part of this tractor is?
Oh, I don't know. It's a comfortable tractor.
Comfortable, that's great.
It's quiet.
Yes, it is very quiet.
And everything's right at your fingertips for adjustments. I can adjust the fan speed and stuff here.
And that makes it a lot simpler to do that fast and then go back to the tasks that are very important. Is it really challenging? Because I know combining, we have some fields not like in other areas, but with some hills and coulees. Is it really challenging to seed those?
Not really, but what you got to do, a coulee and stuff, you go along and put that, say that corner down at the bottom of it.
And the other one stays up?
Yeah, well, it's seeded up above it, don't ever, still seed. But you put one corner in the coulee, and then you got to turn around and come back and go from the other side. Because if you try to go through it, it pulls the plow out of the ground when you're going through, and the seed don't go in the ground. So.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good at all.
Yeah, that one hill with the 3 rock piles, you can't seed going up because it's too steep and there's too much weight in the tractor spin. So you got to go up the top and then seed coming down.
Is it a little more scary?
I don't know, it ain't too bad. I'm used to it, it don't bother me.
That's good. I know going up the hills, that one hill combining, if you can't go up it on even half a tank, you have to be empty.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to make it up.
No, yeah, the combines are a little hard, you know, they're big, but they don't have the belts and stuff will slip on them.
Well, thank you so much for the ride, Darcy.
Oh, yeah. We'll be seated for a while yet.
Well, I'm very excited to take more rides.
Yeah.
Well, that was very fun. There goes the roller. So that's pretty cool. That's my Uncle Chris driving it.
Oh, we're not going to put the inoculant in until in the morning because it's not supposed to sit outside for, and in case it rains, it might go bad on it.
That's very interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
How many acres do you think you've done today?
I don't know. I didn't look at it. I think I only got about 300.
300?
Yeah, somewhere in that area.
So now you're going to fill the tank?
Yeah.
With the lentils?
Yeah. And then we're not going to put the other stuff in, but put the lentils in.
Awesome. He's just backing up to this grain hopper. That is the black thing, and it will auger the lentils all the way up there. As you can see, it's starting to tilt, and there's a little compartment that will be released to drop the lentils in. And this here pivots back and forth so that it can go into the different tanks, depending on which one you're filling and what you're filling it with. Now I'm going to take you up here and show you a perspective from up above, filling the tank with lentils, which is kind of cool. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. And a huge thank you also to Darcy, who let me ride in the drill and learn more about everything I just always want to learn. So I hope you did as well. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. Comment down below what your favorite part of the video was or what you want to see more of. Also, make sure to follow Kate's Ag on Instagram, KATES_AG, on Facebook, Pinterest, and also TikTok. So thank you again.